Daniel 2:47. The king answered Daniel and said, "Truly, your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, since you could reveal this secret." While the conclusion of Daniel 2 reveals a grateful and awestruck Nebuchadnezzar, I often wonder what the full experience of this story in the Bible truly looked like. From seeing the king in a passionate rage, did his eyes bulge, the veins in his temple throb, the color of his face look like the red of a bowl of beets? When Daniel approached the throne to ask the king for time, did Nebuchadnezzar finger the hilt of his sword, ready to drop this impudent captive in making a request he had already denied the other wise men? When Daniel returned, did Nebuchadnezzar's eyes and face fill with astonishment and awe, or was it in serene contemplation as Daniel's retelling of the dream brought the troubled night back into focus? Only heaven and a discussion with Nebuchadnezzar himself will bring clarity to these questions. Whatever the case, King Nebuchadnezzar acknowledged that it was Daniel's God, the one viewed as so weak he was unable to keep Babylon and her superior gods from conquering the Jewish people and destroying their most sacred place of worship, as the true God of gods and revealers of the secret of history. And it is this dream and the ensuing narrative which should encourage us today. You see, the mighty I Am did not merely reveal these things to Nebuchadnezzar, but to anyone who will read or hear them today. The Lord reveals how He was just as much sovereign then as He is now. We may not always understand how or why God interacts with the history of humanity, but we have hope in the faith and trust we can give to God, understanding He is directing the pages of history to a beautiful conclusion where sin and Satan no longer have any power in the universe, because neither of them will exist. But we wouldn't know this if one king, long ago, hadn't been pondering the legacy his actions would leave on the world. His questions give us an assurance of hope today directly from God. Till next week, Maranatha.